Okay, what I found over 3 years ago was that the planet was covered by reoccurring patterns, and that these reoccurring patterns, when they were put on top of one another, would line up, proving that they are reoccurring and that they are related and that they are part of a larger image. But not just a larger image, but a reoccurring theme of movements of the patterns. I wanted to quickly establish that there are reoccurring patterns with this Tarim Basin right here in China. This is a reversed image of the area down here, and it's reversed because with these reoccurring patterns they can be reversed because of the situation in which they are created. But look at how this swings down and it lines up down here with certain features. Just keep that in memory. Then I want to take the other side, which is right here. See, here's this side that I just showed you, and then around the corner is this right here, and I'm going to line that up too with the Tarim Basin. See the Tarim Basin right here. When I line it up, you can see that India has a twin. Then over here by Australia is this feature that also lines up with the Tarim Basin. It's the same size, same width. There's reoccurring patterns all over the planet, but these are just the most obvious ones. Next I'll do North America with this area right here. Yellowstone Park, it's the same width, it's the same length. And then we got a similarity between India and Central America with the tips right there. See how that fits in there? Like so. Next we got Africa and this feature right here. Which is the same size, it's just, you can tell it's a little bit wobbled, which I'll explain in the video. But my most obvious reoccurring pattern that matches better than anything is this feature right here by Antarctica. Watch as I bring it in, and then I'm going to do close-ups of this. You can see how it fits into here, back and forth, and it's moving through, which I will explain is a theme. But look as I bring it in more, as I drop it down, look how this fits right there. Yeah, right here actually, see, right here, here, and then here. This twisting right here. Looks like a tongue with an arm around it. I think this is the tongue. Look how that feature fits right into there, perfect. Even matches the marks right here. Bring it in further, this Y right there, because this is moving through. Look how the features all match around. See? it's moving through. Look how this fits right there. See? Twisting as it's moving through. Look as the features right here, as it fits into there. You can see that this is matching up with this. And even here with the Himalaya mountains. So this fits in here, and then this spins around and goes into here, and this also spins around and fits the other way, which I'll explain real shortly. Okay, I'm going to do close-up shots of this area, and I'm going to go over it in good detail about what's going on, and I'm going to explain to you how this is a recurring theme, and then I'm going to match those recurring themes all over the planet. Okay, because I want to get my point across that these are recurring patterns of one another, I've done extreme close-ups of these areas. You can't really get much closer and get the whole thing in the shot than this, but I want you to see the similarities before I start to line them up with this and this, the knuckling and this knuckling, and I'm claiming that this is spinning like a drill. So I want to also show you how close I can get. That's pretty close before it pixels out. So this way you know that I've got nothing to hide. The other thing you might want to notice is see these ripples, and then you'll see this area right here. So let me bring it in and then we'll zoom in. This is to prove that these are a match, and that there's nobody alive on the planet that can prove that they're not a match, because look at the match right here. Look at how this fits right into here. This is going back and forth. See how it fits up into here? Back and forth. Look at the match here with the rippling. You could tell that this sat under here. You could tell that this is gouging this out. You could just tell, look. Look how the peaks match up right here. And here. And even here, look, right here. Let me see if I can make it clearer. Look at the, see how it fits into the hair and there? What are the odds? In science and with the truth, if it's not the truth, it should fall apart the more you scrutinize it. And you can see that that is not the case here. The more you scrutinize it, the more it supports itself by matching the features like I claim. You can just see it. Look. As I move it back and forth, even the marks here, those marks are probably caused by moisture, which probably means that there's probably low-lying areas than the rest of the area where moisture collects. And you can see that it seems to be related to the features here on the other side of the planet. Look at the, look as I bring this in, how it matches the features everywhere possible. But look at the features here. Look at these lines. And look how they match up right there. That cannot be a coincidence. I believe they think pressure built these ridges. But how could these ridges then coincidentally match from opposite sides of the planet with the same distance apart and the same shape and everything? So there's something wrong. They misinterpreted what they're seeing. There's something else that causes this rippling, and it's turbulence. Just like if a boat was to go through a water. can see it matches again up here where I run out of, but you can see, look at that match. But then I'm going to spin it around, and lo and behold, now that it's upside down, guess what? It matches again up further. So it's spinning. It matched upside down over here, and then it spun, and it's a little bit forward now. And see, look how it matches the features. As it goes in, it's still matching. And it matches again because these have to be the same thing. I mean, this is spinning, so whatever's spinning is made both sides. Because why else would this match either way? That's my proof that this is spinning. I mean, look at that match. Come on. It's a miracle that this is the same size. But it's impossible for it not to be related when it matches this good. Look. Move it forward and matches again, because this is the same thing that spinning is making everything. It's responsible for the shapes of everything in here. So it's going to match everywhere over and over again. Look. Let me reverse it back. See? And then look at this, like a knife right here. Fits in there. Even this fits in there. Look how it matches up with the lines. This is like the fingerprint. When I match it up over here, you can see that these lines match up here. The same distance apart from one another. Like ocean waves. And where's the seafloor spreading taking place that move these north and south from each other? There is none. So plate tectonics can't explain this. But look. Come on. Look at and then it goes straight. That's an absolute match. And then you can move it down even more and it fits again. Because it's wobbling around. It's spinning around and wobbling. I can match this up all over around the planet. Okay, what I just showed you was the Tarim Basin matching up with this feature here by Antarctica. But I want to point out something. If you follow this southwest Indian Ridge to its end, you'll see another reoccurring pattern, because these are all reoccurring patterns. Let me go back and show you this. Okay, here's that feature, and here is the southwest Indian Ridge, the end of it. And lo and behold, when I line it up, you can see how it fits around this. Perfect. You even got your little features up here lining up. The twisting. See how it fits when I move it back? The knuckling. And this even looks like this reversed. So let me reverse it, and you get what looks like the tip of South America. Look as I bring it in. See how it matches there? And remember, South America sits up here. Look at the features here matching up. There, I dimmed it out to make it easier. See how I move it around? This is moving around. These are the same thing. These are different depths, different layers of the same thing that's been pulled away by a rupturing Earth that's increasing in size in dramatic cataclysmic growth spurts. See, here's the other one, watch. See how it fits right in there? It's even got this little notch right there. Seems to line right up in there. This thing's moving around. You can see what made this feature right here. Instead of reoccurring patterns, I'm going to show you a reoccurring theme. And it has to do with that one of two things here. I told you that Antarctica is the process of rotation that's frozen in the moment. You can see that by the swept arms. They look like a propeller because it's obviously spinning counterclockwise. But if you go clockwise, I remember I said that this is spinning and you got this circular trail and what looks to be like a vortex, which would be, I already showed you this right here, spinning back and forth, and also corkscrewing. Now let me show you this reoccurring theme up here where the Tarim Basin is, and see what happens, and you're going to be amazed, because if you have something that gouged this out, it had to have gouged out other areas too as it was going along. And you can see that right here with the seas. And I'm going to show you my evidence that this is true. Okay, first thing I do is I rotate this because this is spiraling out in a curve, like a curvature. So right off the bat you can already see that there are alignments here. Let me get this straightened out. When I bring it to here, now remember this is spinning around right here, so let me go to the next image. So if we flip it around and move it ahead, you'll notice something very unusual. You'll notice that there is an alignment right here. Another coincidence, right? Even matches some of the features right in here. As a matter of fact, if you're to stagger this the other way and then back again, this circular pattern would be right in there, in that circular pattern. What a coincidence, right? Look. See, it matches there, and then matches there, because it's corkscrewing through. And what I've done to make it easier to see this is I've centered this image right here so that it's straight up and down, so that I can use straight on shots and explore this. See how it fits? See how it's the same width? It's got the same kind of curves and stuff. You can even move this forward and this fits into here. See how that fits along there? What are the odds that you can see the twisting going on? It couldn't be more obvious. Look at this triangle feature right here fitting into there as this is twisting down. See, here's the other way. You can just tell that this matches the features here. Like that. See, it just worms its way through. It's like a corkscrew. Now, I said this is a reoccurring theme. So every reoccurring theme has to have, well, it has to have the opposite. It has like there's one that makes material, and then there's one that gouges it out. And here's the gouging. Look at that coincidental fit right here. This is the corkscrewing right here. You can see it in the features. Look how it matches. It fits in here over and over again. Like that. You can see that. See how it fits in here? See, here it is reversed. It's curved there, and then you got both of them. See how it fits? It's no accident. I mean, this is no coincidence. Look how it fits into here. See? As it fits into here. See how it fits? The teeth marks. They'll line up with the peaks, the mountain peaks that all over the place. The different colorations will match up with this distance of islands. You can see that right here. It's not a coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence in this closed system that we call Earth. See, staggered. See the staggering? The corkscrewing? Okay, then remember I said the Tarim Basin is the basic reoccurring theme of movements of reoccurring patterns, and here's my evidence that that's true, because this shouldn't line up. Let me bring it in again. It even lines up on Africa as I bring it in with some of the features on Africa, but I'm not worried about that right yet. I just want to establish that there are reoccurring themes. And if you look closer, you can see it playing into Italy. As I move it around, you can see these features matching up with some of the peaks, the mountains, and the texturing on Italy. And the discoloration, see how it looks like it slid? comes off the heel right here as it comes down into here. This is the movement, the theme of this right here, spinning, corkscrewing. See the match? And then there's a separate, what looks like a separation. You can see this goes off this way and this goes off this way. It's almost like it's split open. As it moves through and matches up there. Look how this matches the African coastline. Here's what's amazing is right here is the eye of the Sahara, and I can show you what made it. It's the spinning right here that made it. The eye of the Sahara, if you don't know, see how it's fitting the inside the coast now? The eye of the Sahara, if you don't know what that is this. It's a mystery to geologists. What could have made this spinning here? I don't know why it's blurring out. It used to not do that. Anyways, the eye of the Sahara, check it out. It's pretty interesting. But we know what made it. It lines up with this and this. Reoccurring patterns of that is what the eye of the Sahara is. Here and here. It's that point of twisting where it focuses down. Okay, I just showed you how this reoccurring theme right here of this reoccurring pattern, which travels along this theme as it's spinning, is responsible for the gouging above Africa. And I show you by aligning the theme with the surface features, and it fits. See? It even fits around through here with the markings and everything. You move it back and forth because the whole thing is wobbling and it's corkscrewing. So it's going to twist and fit. You've got a triangle area right here, and then you got a triangle area right here. Well, when you flip this around, it fits in here because it's corkscrewing. But I said this is a reoccurring theme, and I said it's responsible for the surface features of our planet, and it is. And I can prove this because it matches up around the world. Look at how it matches the coastline. What are the odds that what I'm claiming is a reoccurring theme is going to match the coastline of North America and these features above Africa? And then of course I've matched it also on the overspill on the other side of India. That's 3 places that I've matched a reoccurring theme, and it does match. Look how it comes in. It matches the coastline. Look how it matches the area right here, the basin, the California basin. It fits like a glove. And then what are the odds that it's going to be the exact length of the peninsula? But then if you look across the Pacific Ocean on the other side you'll see that it matches again. And lines up like that, see? And you can see the twisting going on here, but you can see that this is not a straight on shot when it lines up to here. But I did say that it's corkscrewing, so bring this back over here and we have another match. It's corkscrewing through. You can tell that this is the beginning of a vortex. See the arch? It's the same width as this. What are the odds though that this is going to fit in here? Like that. And even fit in here with obviously what's twisting. And then fit in here like this and twist. Like that. Now, I could go into much more detail on these ones, but we don't have that kind of time, and I've done videos on most of these areas before in great details. But I want to show you guys something else too. But remember, I said this was twisting, so I want to show you what happens when I twist either Antarctica or South America and line them up. Okay, so here I flipped Antarctica. I twisted it around. If it was to flip up, this is exactly how the peninsula would be facing. It'd be facing the same way but upside down. So what happens though, when I line these areas up, you could see that you get that propeller shape matching the coastline and inside areas of South America, the southern tip. See how it comes around? Along with the features here, and then swivels back. That's a pretty good coincidence, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it. It even starts to match some of the features underneath. See that right there, and how that's arched too? But what's odd about it is that it almost looks like a reverse image, because you got this notch here and you got a notch up here, as if it's corkscrewing. It's a little bit further up, but very much like how I lined this area up with the Tarim Basin, how it fit on one side and then you move it up a little bit further and it fits on the other side, because it's moving, there's being separated as it's being created. Look at the match with the what looks like obviously a lot of heat had to do with these features. Well, look, I mean, it's pretty obvious. But what's even trippier if that's just one coincidence, well then what about when I move it over and you can see that this matches the coastline and the beveling inside the coastline, see? You can tell that they're related, but that would be another coincidence. Look at all the way down to here. And with straight on shots, it'll match even better. So, let me get to it. There's a lot of things going on here, so bear with me though with these coincidences. You'll notice that another coincidence is up here with Central America, and I want to get some straight on shots and go through that too. So here we go. Remember, if you look at the other one, this right here was lining up with in this area basically right here. You can already see some similarities though just by looking at them, even though they don't look exactly identical. You could tell that there's similarities here, like what looks to be rotation and this. See how they seem to match up? And then I move it up. And then look at this area right here. This area right here. Look how it follows the features to the point to where you can almost see what obviously is responsible for the California basin and these features right here. Look how they line up. You can see that this blew out. Just like that. You can see how, look at the strange coincidence of the width and the California basin. What are the odds, right? It's almost becoming a miracle now. Look at the features matching up with the coastline. There's the curvature of the planet, but because these are aligned up, the curvatures still match one another. Now, but you can see that this is moving back and forth. Remember, I was showing you that with the other recurring patterns. This is a recurring theme of patterns right here. Now I want to make sure I get everything here that I need to get to show you. Look at right here. But you know what's trippy about this is that you see how this ends right here? If you look at this right here, you can see this ends too, like it's been snapped away, twisted away. So if I bring this in and move it up, you can see another coincidence with it matching up with some of the features below in other areas. See, I put this right here, even right here, look, you can see because it's reoccurring patterns. But let's take a look around and you'll see another coincidence right here and the blown out part of the basin where it's missing obviously part of the coastline. But look as I bring it in, you can see that tip lining up with the tip there, you can see these lines matching the features here. Even in here. See how it keeps matching the features? These are reoccurring patterns of one another and a reoccurring theme of something being twisted or blown out. And if you look right here, you got what looks like a number 6. And then over here, you got the opposite shape of that 6, but they're the same exact size. See, right here. See the 6 right here, and then the reverse of it right here. Could that mean that this flips around again? And you can see that it's right here. And when I put this one right there, lo and behold, look at the coincidence here. Look at the shape when I put it in. Another coincidence. And remember, I said this is corkscrewing. So you got one this way, then you got to match this way. And then that way. Look at the match. And our number 6 right there. See the 6 right here, and then the 6 right here. What a coincidence with the match, right? Is that, I mean, that's a lot of coincidences already. But how many coincidences am I allowed before it becomes an observable fact? And theories have to be supported by all the observations. It doesn't get to pick and choose which ones will support it. It has to be thrown out if they don't. Out of all those alignments that I just showed you in this video, it aligns twice as many times at least in other areas. But I really don't have that kind of time to show them all. Maybe in another video. But to end this video on a note, I want to show you an alignment from plate tectonics that they claim is factual. And that's this alignment right here. That's what plate tectonics claims is happening. Spreading is push these apart, and that's about as far as it goes. And then everything else is a subduction zone. And as you can see, in plate tectonics, there's no mention of reoccurring patterns. And I just showed you a handful of the most obvious reoccurring patterns and themes. And I can tell you this, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter if you're a scientist, and it doesn't matter if you're a geologist. If you simply do your own overlays, you'll see that I'm right, and that these alignments are not a figment of my imagination. Thanks for watching.